Hi Zora. Hi Ruchi. Hi Ashrita. How are you doing, guys? Okay. Khushbu, how are you doing? Good to see you.
Hi guys.
So Ashrita has joined. Hi, Ashrita's mama. How are you? Good
Hello
to see you.
auntie, how are you? Hi Prem. How is the video
Okay.
quality
We will wait.
finally?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Looks good.
It's
It's
better?
audible. It's clear. It's doing well. Yes.
Glad. So much of efforts which we put in finally.
Correct.
Last 1.5 hours I guess we are doing the same. Hi Ash.
Correct.
I miss you so much darling.
Ashrita, good to see you.
Yeah. Good evening auntie. How are you? Oh, she miss us too.
Yeah.
This is so amazing. I'm loving this.
So we'll wait for a few minutes till everyone joins. Yeah, Ruchi, we are doing fine. Hope
Yeah,
things
we
are
are doing
great at your
good.
end also. Oh, you're missing me. I'm missing you too. And you very well know that.
We all know that. We all miss
Yeah.
Castle.
Yeah. How is everyone at home, Ashrita? Hi, Ruchi Pawar. We couldn't join the Zoom meeting, but good to see you
Sorry,
here.
yeah. We have a small guest over here.
Okay.
Okay. Down. Okay. Sit.
All are fine. Good to know. So I'm sure people who are joined have seen the creative about today's topic, that's on immunity and fitness.
Yeah.
Uh, if anyone has any query, they can just post it here before we go on to the actual session. We are just waiting for a couple of people more to join in. Hi, Sakib. How are you doing? Good to see you. Hope things are great at your end.
Sagib, I read your poem. It was really nice. I got your WhatsApp.
Hi,
Good job.
Jaguar.
From South Africa. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
that's great. Hi, Ali's mama. How are you doing? Shazia, how are you?
Hi, Sajia. How are you? There's so many of them. At least I'm happy to meet them all on Insta now.
Correct. That's very good. What do you do to keep yourself fit? You have to wait, Ashrita, till we get into that topic.
How is Ali?
So, hi, Pallavi. Hi, Sandeep. So, Rita's dad is here.
Oh, lovely. Chase. Okay, just give me 2 minutes. I'll be back. I need Chase to go out.
Yeah, we are missing to everyone. Hi, Masoom. Yeah, Shazia. Good to see you as well. Hi, Shiva. Yeah, that's a good question. Surinderji, we will address that. So, Ozzy has joined me. Hi, Oz.
We
Fairy
all are
tale.
missing
Yeah,
all the
yes,
Castle
yes,
family.
definitely. So Vajra is missing aqua therapy. Yeah, we are missing
Oh,
all our kids for sure.
seriously, we do a lot. I'm craving to go to castle.
So we have around 21, 22 people. Hi, Pooja. Yeah, we are doing good, Masum. How are things at your end? Hello, Mr. Surya. Hi, Danika.
Oh, a lot of them are joining in.
So it would be nice if we can put down any questions if anyone has. So as we progress in the session, we will be able to address that.
Hi, Neha. There are a lot of people who are coming in. Oh, Naresh. Hi, Naresh.
Yeah, anyways, let's slowly and steadily start with our session. And this is the first
Absolutely.
session of our lockdown series. And basically, it's to beat the lockdown. And okay, Ozzy, we will address that question also. Uh, okay. Okay, so basically, yeah. So the whole idea to start these series of, talks was to address all the people. I'm sure everyone are facing what we are facing right now, being at home with limited resources, and to, see how to go about in next 20 days or 30 days. We don't know how much time it's going to take. So we thought we would
Absolutely.
start with a series of talks addressing, different specialities, different topics about physical health, mental health, about so many things related to parenting, health, lifestyle, and children. What and how can we use this phase of quarantine or lockdown period? So I've been in touch with many parents, and I've listed down few questions, Priyanka,
Mm-hmm.
what parents have put up. So let's start with the Q&A right now. So the first question what people or parents were interested is
Mm-hmm.
how do we survive the lockdown? Okay, I've written down the question. How do we survive the lockdown and how would our actions impact the child? So what do you feel about that?
So for me, as a person or on a personal basis, see, any sudden change in your life is something that is unacceptable, you know. So we were
Correct.
into a phase where we were continuously, we had a schedule, right? We had a routine of,
Right.
we used to go to work from 10 to 6 and then come back home. So that schedule or that routine was disturbed completely when government announced lockdown. But as everybody knows, I completely believe into the positive aspect of it than cribbing about what is happening, because this is not the crisis which as a country only India is facing, but the whole world is facing. So cribbing about it is somewhere I don't believe what you should be doing. So looking towards it with a positive aspect is so important. So lockdown surely has on my personal life has helped me to get more closer to my family, because I'm with my parents right now. Radang, my son is 5 years old, as most of you know. He's getting a lot of time to spend with his grandparents. One thing I'm doing on a regular basis is like I get ready every day. Like, you like it or not, but whenever I like come out of my shower, I get ready. I make a point so that I just get a chance to feel to have that routine, so on day to day basis you get ready. I see a lot of my friends or people around are just roaming around in pajamas, and but this is one thing which I have done on my personal, that I am trying to put a routine into my life. Maybe it's cooking, maybe it's working out, maybe it's reading, but I have a certain routine which I follow in my entire day schedule, though I'm inside my house. So that is one suggestion which I can give you from my end, that though you are just locked down in your house doesn't mean that you have to kill the time, but you have to make sure how you utilize the time, which is an opportunity for me right now, because uh, being a working mommy, I really never got time for myself otherwise. But right now, I'm really working out on the things which are pending on my list for such a long time, all the pile ups which I had. So I'm trying. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
So, on a personal level, it's very important to see the positive aspect of it. I'll surely convey that having a routine A is very important. Uh, just go with the flow, one day at a time. There's so many things you can do right now. You should take it more as an opportunity than just crib about the fact that you're sitting at home. For me, it's an opportunity where I'm getting so much of time to invest in things which I always wanted to figure out for myself. And when it comes to Ridang, he is having a gala time. Yes, online schooling is happening, but still it's a completely different ball game altogether. And coping up and dealing with a 5 years old in the house is at times difficult. 24/7 he is house to keep him busy, but then there are so many other things which we are trying with him, which is keeping him busy for the whole day. And even I'm trying to follow a routine for Ridank as well.
Okay, so that's your perspective. So this I'll share my perspective also here. So basically, when this Corona phase started, and when we realized we are going to go in a phase of lockdown, honestly, I, like any other individual, I'm sure you would agree, I was in complete stress, for a couple of days, thinking, how am I going to survive for 21 to 30 days? And I was very panicky. And thanks to the social media
Everybody
and the,
went into a panic attack.
media,
Yeah.
where it's all bombarded with negativity, and it just added to so much of chaos. But
Yeah.
what I realized in couple of days, slowing down the thoughts, just living the moment, not thinking about the past, not thinking about what is going to happen. The government, the doctors, all the people, they are trying their best to get this situation out of the chaos and stabilize it. So honestly, right now, what we can do is just live at this time. Okay. Just slow down your thoughts. And then I realized there are so many things actually which can be done. And one thing which I honestly agree and, accept, that health was one thing which we never prioritized before this Corona phase happened. We had so much of monotonous routine. It was so overly structured, and we never kept health as a priority. It was always the work or, financial stress or so many other things which we were running behind. But now this phase has really taught us, how important and how precious health and a life is, and how important it is to be with the family as well. So this is something which I have learned. And once I started tapping into those thoughts of affirmations and acceptance, I realized there are so many things that can be done by staying in the house. And actually, it's a good time. It's a good time to reanalyze yourself, re-improvise on yourself, and give a complete restart. Once things are okay, once we step out, it will be a completely new restart to go about it. So I think that is something we all should go into. Just don't worry about it. Just go slow, day by day, moment by moment, and just go with the flow and hope for the best. So this is my perspective, Priyanka.
Which
so
is
the
kind
second
of
question
similar.
is
I
correct.
believe
Correct.
that
Yeah, exactly.
having the positive
Exactly.
aspect towards it is more important, because the surrounding is filled with negativity right now, with so much of
Exactly.
over information. There is so much of fake information as well, which is going viral, and that is
Exactly.
always annoying. So keeping yourself
Exactly.
positive, having those affirmations are so important in life, that everything is going to be all right at the end of the day, or at the end
Correct.
of
Correct.
everything. So that is
Correct.
very
Correct.
important, I believe.
Yeah. So, what is the flip side when it comes to children? As a parent perspective, it's again a very general question. Many people have asked me, how
Yeah.
do we turn this social distancing or an isolation phase into a family bonding time?
So basically, obviously, the kids So Radank is 5, and he has his own schedule. So before the lockdown, he had his own schedule where he had school till 1:30. Then he used to have his own classes, and so kids were literally busy the whole day, and then at the night they used to be at home. But it's an opportunity again for parents to have more bonding with the kids through online learning. So when I sit with
Right.
Ridang and try to teach him so many things, which is a schedule which is sent to us by the school, I get to learn that okay, my child is lacking behind into this, or I should work more onto this aspect, which as a teacher they don't tell you, or you don't have so much of conversation with the teachers, right, where you get to know where
Right.
your child is. So that is a very important, where when you sit for any kind of any learning with your child, you get to know where he is lagging behind or what are his strengths. So you can always work on that. You can have more solid activities where you can help the kids build up onto their weak points and all of that. When it comes to activity as such, I try to engage Radang with what small things which we are doing in the kitchen. So he helps me with cooking, and then we have an evening time where we play on the terrace. So I'm just trying to make him occupied. Luckily, touchwood, with my house we have in-house staff, so he gets a
Right.
lot of other people. Plus, he's spending a lot of time with his grandparents after a very long time. So
Correct. Correct.
as everybody knows, they stay in Navi Mumbai, I stay in Bombay. So we are
Correct.
over here.
Correct.
So he's occupied for the whole day. So I
Yeah.
really feel that you have got that opportunity where you get 24/7 to spend with your child. You should just divide the time. Like morning you have a certain set of activities, afternoon you can have a story time or a napping time, then evening you can again have a physical play, at night again you can involve the kids in the day-to-day cooking or something like that. So that really
Correct.
helps them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
what,
So,
what
yeah. So see, again, I have been interacting with many of my special needs children and other families also. So I see the other flip side is, again, I try to correlate this situation with the past just to understand how things have changed. So, when we talk about family, that involves,
Mhm.
of course, the parents, grandparents, siblings, and children.
Yeah.
What I realized, because of our fast-paced parenting and fast-paced, work we had before this corona phase existed, I think every member of the family had a very predefined roles and responsibilities. And I hardly remember, or, hardly could see this interaction of family where they take each other's roles and responsibility and work as a team. It was very predefined. Mother will do this XYZ, father will do, ABCD set of things. It was very monotonous. It was a very predefined structure. But now what is the case is, I see every member of the family sharing the roles and responsibilities. The work is done in rotations. So now what I have realized is people are valuing the members' work, what was happening, which was not seen before, so that
Absolutely.
self-respect and respect towards the family member, or that appreciation, the reality check, all these things are just helping to revive the bond or the connections which were weak or lost within the family, is something which I have realized. And I think personally, this is an amazing time for children to spend quality time with their parents, with their grandparents, siblings.
Absolutely.
And I feel, you can learn 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line. Recreation can be done later. You can learn those things at any time, at any given, period. But right now, this phase is so important. Let's have that reality check. Things are not going to be the same what it was before. It's going to be completely different ball game when we step out in the environment. I think it's very important that we stick to a very nice routine where we prioritize health and immunity and utilize these 20-21 days to incorporate those habits in the children. So when they go ahead, they are able to, implement and carry over these habits into later stages. Because I think in today's date, considering the changes that has happened in the environment and the demand, I think health is something we should really work into. And I feel we need to balance out the things. And I would say the key essential points, what I personally feel is to just balance out in terms of diet, in terms of physical exercises, in terms of sleep cycle, and a little more conscious parenting towards diet and, how do we, and, okay, I think Priyanka is just
got disconnected. We'll just wait. Okay. Anyways, so basically, I feel it's a good time for the parents to restructure, and I'll repeat those essentials which I feel. Focus consciously on the diet. Okay, this is something which is going to help the immunity to build up. We all agree to the fact that most of our mobility is hampered in a constrained environment right now. So somewhat we don't want the component or the factor of deconditioning to affect us. So when we step out, we should be ready to face the environment. So I think a very conscious way of diet. And one good thing what has happened when I talk about diet is all the junk food has been lost. We are compelled to eat healthy food habits right now. And children who are fussy eaters, who don't like eating healthy foods, I think it's the best time to incorporate slowly and steadily the healthy food habits in terms of diet. And again, I'll give importance or I'll emphasize on physical activities also, because again, children who had rigorous cycle during their schooling days and outdoor activities, now constraining them at home is going to somewhat challenge their immunity as well. So CDC says at least 4 to 5 hours of mild to moderate exercises, which are very customizable, which are age related, and based on the child's interest. If we can creatively work on that, it's only going to boost the immunity of that child. So it will be a nice thing to just balance out the diet, balance out the physical activities, have a good schedule for the learning part. What the school, I think many of the schools have their online assessments. So, few hours working on those DIY time, do it yourself time would be a fantastic idea for children to explore and, work accordingly. I think Priyanka is online now. Yeah, so diet gets addressed, physical exercises gets
addressed. I think you lost your connection, Priyanka.
I did.
Yeah, so I was
I'm
just
in
talking
Navi
about the,
Mumbai, and the
yeah,
connection
yeah,
out here
yeah,
is it
yeah.
fine?
So I was just, yeah, it's fine. So I was just talking about, the essentials when we restructure. It's a time we
Mm-hmm.
consciously talk about and implement healthy diet habits, because right now the junk food is lost. So this is a good time to consciously implement healthy food habits. Have a good time for physical exercises. We'll come to the physical exercises part, how it's going to help in the immunity. Um, Good sleep cycles as well, because I have had parents who are finding difficult time to channelize their routine with their children, and it shouldn't be that children are completely dependent or hooked to the technology. So we need to find a balance between that. There should be average amount of on screen time. Sleep cycles are important, and we have to make sure that children don't get into those unhealthy habits of sleeping late, because
Yeah.
that is how it is, because it's completely unchannelized right now. So a component of these things, if we can just merge based on your lifestyle, I think it will be a very good thing, or utilizing this part for children to build upon their immunity and habits. I feel it should go a very long, long way for children when it comes to that.
Am I losing you?
No, 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 it's pretty audible.
Yeah, you are a little blur in the voice. So basically, how to boost the immunity when it comes to the.
Correct.
Am I audible? Because
Yes, you're audible, Priyanka.
your
You're
video
audible.
is going in. So basically, as a mother of a 5 years old, it is really difficult. So lockdown phase, yes, getting addicted to screen time is way too easy. uh, Obviously kids don't get to go out, especially in a city like Mumbai, where we have the small houses. So how much a child is going to run around, or so physical exertion is really less. uh, and because that is one of the reason why kids don't get exhausted till the end of the day, and they don't feel sleepy, so they are awake for long hours, or they sleep late.
Correct.
And the entire cycle changes, because obviously if you sleep late, you're gonna wake up late, and then the whole day, the routine is gonna go for a toss. So
Correct.
basically, as I told you, have a routine. Having a routine or just jotting down, see, you follow it is the second part, but having a routine for me is a very important thing. So every mother, so when it comes to boosting the immunity, when it comes to food, as you said that the junk food is not available right now. So the routine can be of cooking some food with your child, so that they get excited about it. So a small, when you make a sandwich, which is like a no, vegetable sandwich, it's a healthy sandwich, because there are like a lot of veggies which are gonna go in. Make a child do that sandwich. Make
Yeah.
a different shape out of it, like so people who have been following me on Instagram, or my profile or Ridang profile, when I used to make tiffins for Radang school, so I used to make different shapes of different things. Like you make a star shape, you make some smiley. So those fun factors to the food always add on to it, and the child will
Correct.
eventually eat it, thinking that okay, there is some fun element to it. So for a mother, if you'll make a normal dal roti sabji, and you will expect the child to eat that dal roti sabji, obviously the child will not eat it, because there is nothing that fascinates the child. So for kids to get fascinated with the food is way too important. So it can be a dal roti rice also, but presented in a fun, or adding that extra element that fascinates the child, also add a lot to it, that the child wants to eat then, because he is excited about it. And
Correct.
food which adds immunity is what you can add on to it, because I know
Yeah.
you have. So
Yeah. So I was
as a
doing
mother,
research
one
couple of days.
suggestion
Correct.
that
No, no,
you
go
can
ahead. Go
make it
ahead.
look fancy,
Right. Yeah.
so that
Okay.
they are fascinated towards it. But when it comes to what are the food which can add immunity, Harish is the right person to talk about this.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, I was researching, and see, again, things are going to change, and immunity and health has and will always be a priority from now on. And as I said, this phase is a fantastic period for each of us to incorporate those healthy habits in our children, which is going to help, which will help them in a very long run from now, once they step out. So there are few pointers which I want to share. So irrespective of whatever diet we are into, whatever cooking, things we are into right now, this is for the parents. Make sure there is always some form of components of vitamin A, vitamin C, and vitamin D, because these are mentioned even by the CDC, that these are going to help a big time to boost the immunity in the children. Okay. And make sure children drink enough of warm water throughout the day. So it's helping them to flush out the toxins, uh, and make it more religious, because this is the need for the day. We all definitely don't want to compromise our existing immunity by falling sick, to flu and other forms of bacterial infections. So we definitely don't want to compromise on that. So uh, adding on to essential nutrients, drinking warm water throughout the day to keep the body hydrated. This is something please incorporate in your kids' routine. Encourage use of haldi, jeera, dhania, and garlic. Ayurveda says they have a lot of antimicrobial properties, and I'm sure we all do that. But again, it's an essential, and many experts have mentioned to use these in our diet on regular basis. Okay. Ayurveda
Okay.
also says Chawanprash brand, which again is very good in boosting your immunity. So anywhere from 2 to 5 mg for children every day is also very essential component to boost the immunity. Okay. Golden milk or haldi milk it would be nice if we can give it alternate days of couple of, times in a week to boost the immunity. And make sure when I say hydration, it's not only water, but, we can have added juices, milk, and so many other beverages that can help to boost the immunity. Do you have any points on that, Priyanka? These are some of the essentials which I feel we should do it conscious way as a parenting when it comes to diet.
Absolutely. So, vitamin C, vitamin A, as you said, and a lot of foods also, like, citrus food, pumpkin, lot of veggies. Like when it comes to, I went live with Mitali and there was mothers, and I keep getting this question again and again: how to boost the immunity in infants or in young babies. So I always tell this to all my parents, that it is not about dal pani which you have to give to your child, but it is about, you can give pumpkin puree. Even broccoli has a lot of antioxidants, so you can roast a broccoli. So giving pure food really helps them a lot. Haldi, as you said, is a very good ingredient which helps in a lot of different ways. Avocado, maybe it is not available right now, but once the lockdown is done, that is also enriched food which really helps in a lot of ways. So food, I think, is an important part. And make sure you don't give more of sugar and salt which is in an artificial form. More of a natural form of sugar is always better. Less amount of salt is always good. Ridank, he is never been exposed to a lot of amount of salt. So even if I don't put any salt in his food, he consume it because he doesn't know the pure, like, complete taste of it. So yes, everything in a natural form is always good. Whatever you can give your kids, even coconut water, all those different things can always be added to the diet. Anything else?
Correct. Yeah. So basically, definitely diet is something, let's look into that. The second essential point is about the physical exercises.
Yeah.
So, what do you feel in your perspective, how important physical exercises is right now?
See, basically, when I started, you know this very well, that when I started Baby Castle, the whole idea of Baby Castle was about boosting their immunity in a natural way through physical play. It was never swimming. People always took it more as a swimming class, but whereas we were always talking about neurodevelopmental, we are always talking about boosting their immunity in a natural way, which people never understood at that point of time. But I think with this kind of situation which we are going through, this pandemic right now, people will understand how important it is from the beginning, from the initial year of their life, to have the healthy lifestyle. So when it comes to aesthetic care or holistic care for the kids, sadly people doesn't have the understanding of it. We feel कि भाई weight put on किया तो gym जाना है, और all those yoga कब करना है, meditation कब करना है. For an adult, we are still aware when it comes to holistic care, but when it comes to kids, we have a zero understanding towards it. We don't understand that physical play as well as immunity is a complete one vicious cycle. If you're physically stronger, eventually your immunity is going to be much better than the other kids. For an adult, imagine, like, this is a small example, like an adult which, imagine he falls down or he has a fracture. So a person who goes through an injury will recover much earlier, who was doing a physical exercise and who was healthier than a person who had some problems. So this is very important thing. Yeah. So this is very important thing to understand, that immunity is a very important part in today's in a time like now, in a situation like now, and boosting the immunity, there are so many things. So basically understanding each and every system. So we talk about as we said, about the food habits which we can introduce, which will help to boost the immunity. Second is the physical play. So physical play comes in a fact of I personally believe, if you want to build a respiratory system, there are so many, because as a kid you can't make the child sit and do yoga. or do the breathing exercises, right? It is not possible. But there are other breathing exercises which you can do with your kid. For example, like blowing a straw like in a glass of water is again a breathing exercises. Blowing a balloon is a breathing exercises. There are different activities, like you just put watercolors on the paper and just ask them to blow through a straw. So there are so many other things. Uh, when a lockdown phase is there, basically where there is a restriction of a space, yes, I completely believe that DIY, all these mind games as well, helps them a lot. uh, Second, I think, Harish, you are the one who should take it over, because you will be having more points, because you have been dealing with more parents who are been asking you. Am I
Correct,
audible?
correct. Yeah, you're audible. You're audible. So, see,
Yeah.
basically,
So
when it comes to exercises, the whole idea of exercises till now was only about strength training and being strong, but very less things were talked about the immunity. So basically, these are
and
certain
also about
theories.
like losing weight, or if you're
Correct,
like
correct,
obese, people only
correct,
think of exercises if they feel that they are overweight. That
correct.
is the biggest myth. I feel that if you feel that you are overweight, then only you should do exercises. I generally feel you are lean or you are fit or you are fat, you all should be doing exercises. That's a
Yeah, yeah,
important
exactly.
lifestyle.
So, yeah, yeah. So basically, it's, of course, the whole idea of being healthy, the definition changes, but right now we are talking about the survival and coping up
Immunity.
with the immunity. So
Yeah.
basically, when we exercise, again, there are different theories and different research. And this is again, CDC has approved, and they have mentioned that 3 to 5 hours of mild to moderate exercises. Now, this definition is going to change with the child's physical build, their age. So it's very difficult to talk about this section right now in detail, but I'll definitely put it across that when we go into this mild and moderate set of exercises, which can be easily performed in home, and the best way I would recommend to do is when the whole family does it together and they act as a role model for their children. It's
Yeah.
because children, they are not going to do by themselves. Okay.
Absolutely.
So it would be very nice also, and it would be a very important factor also for the parents to start doing, who were not into that section of exercising or being healthy because of the time constraint or whatever roles and responsibilities they had before. But now is a very good time to utilize this and start as a family time of exercising, whatever it could be, any form of physical movement based exercises. So what happens when we exercise is when we push ourselves a little, not so much, but a little. So basically what research says is these exercises helps to flush out bacteria from our airways and lungs. Okay. So that means your immunity will be better to cope up, and you won't be that susceptible or prone to fall into these bacterial infections, which is again very important. Now, we all know COVID is a viral infection, and we don't know how many more viral infections will come into play. So at least by developing this immunity, we don't want collateral infections to develop, right? And we don't want our body to always fall sick again and again and again. So one very important thing to remember is it's not about strength training. It's about just pushing your body a little more of mild to moderate intensity of exercises, which is going to boost these factors, basically your respiratory system, and it's going to boost the thymus gland. Okay, this is related to the thymus gland, which is responsible for producing T killer cells. Now these are specialized cells in our immunity which kill the pathogens. And slowly as we grow, the ability to produce these cells fade out. But research says that once we start exercising, it helps to boost, these cells, which will eventually help to detect and kill pathogens. So this is something which we should start incorporating. This is one helpful factor by exercising that is going to help out to clear your pathways. It's going to flush out the bacteria. Exercising also helps to increase your body temperature for a transient phase, which mimics when we have fever. That also helps to combat and kill the pathogens if they are existing. Okay, so there will be a transient rise in the temperature, which is good, which is going to help to fight the pathogens. Okay, and also movement based activities is going to boost a lot of lymphatic system and blood flow.
Absolutely.
So what research says is our antibodies and WBCs, they start moving rapidly from every part of the body, corner to corner. So this helps to detect any form of ongoing infection early than it would have been. So you are able to intervene it at a very, very early stage. So I personally feel, this is a brilliant time to start utilizing as a family time to exercise together, not only for children, so that they can incorporate this healthy habit, which we could not, for the way we were brought up by our parents. We never focused so much on health. It was only education, if I'm not wrong. It was only education at that period of time. But right now, I think health becomes a very critical factor, which can go a very, very, very long way. So we have covered diet, we have covered the physical exercises.
Any particular exercises or anything which you will recommend to the parents?
See, we have to be very creative, and again, see, it could be as simple as push-ups, but the way you do it, a child who is cooperative, they'll be able to do it. It could be as simple as lunges. It's fine. It could be as simple as doing breathing exercises. It could be as simple as jumping. Yeah, jumping jacks. It could be cross crawls. It could be so many simpler ways of doing your brain gym exercises also. So, 30 good minutes of mild to moderate intensity, I think that should be very good as a routine to be followed up. The next the next thing I want to tap is the sleep cycle. Now, many parents are having difficulties, to have a right routine for their children to follow a sleep cycle. But I think it's very important, because when we sleep, our melatonin hormone helps to boost these immune cells and multiply in the body. So sleep is something which is very important, and I would encourage a good sleep cycle at this time as well. It's not a holiday phase, right? It's something to utilize constructively.
The body needs to recover, right? And
exactly.
When you sleep, it just recovers. So all the system has go back to the normal work at the minimal, so that you have the energy restored for the next day. So sleep is surely a very important factor. So what you will say about?
So see, CDC, again, I have been researching only evidence-based things. So CDC recommends approximately 10 to 12 hours of sleep for children between 3 to 5 years. And children who are 6 to 12, at least 8 to 12 hours of sleep is recommended for them. Minimum of 8 to up to at least 12 hours. So I think we shouldn't be compromising on sleep as well, because children are going to get excited to do so many things, and they're going to just push their system to just enjoy this phase where, of course, they don't know what the phase is about, but all they are being happy about being with the parents, and they have so much of free time. But I think sleep is something which should not be neglected for sure, even if it is a phase where, we don't know what to do. Sleep is something we have to structure it in and make it like a discipline.
Absolutely.
Correct.
We have to find out ways to exhaust them, so that at the end of the day, they just fall asleep,
Yeah. So some parents also suggested me this phase is something where they can teach the child to survive, because the family is working as a team, and many parents are actually engaging their children to be a part of their day-to-day activities. Like you said, cooking or doing the household chores. So it is giving a child a sense of being responsible, how a family works. It's giving them a deep sense of what a family is all about, right? So somewhere I feel this parents are doing fantastic job where they are engaging the child in learning these life skills rather than educational, because education they will eventually start, in a month or two. But this phase is something which will go on a very, very, very long time for children. So related to simple forms of cooking, managing their daily chores, household chores, understanding the roles and responsibilities within the family. So these are simple things where you can keep the child engaged And you don't
Yeah.
need technology for this. These are very
So
simple things you can do.
So basically, this, like every orientation, I tell the mothers the same thing, that you should go back to
Correct.
the basic. This is the time when
Correct.
you can actually go back to the basic when the resources are so limited. So I
Exactly.
have never been promoting hi-fi toys or some uh, iPads or the screens or something like that, but just taking them to the kitchen, they can learn so many things, so many
Exactly.
textiles, so many, like you can do all the sensory stimulation inside the kitchen, one fridge, and
Correct.
you can teach them so many things. There are so many vegetables with different colors, different textures, different smell. There are so many things you can do with your kid if you utilize it in a right way, if you plan it out in a right way.
Yeah, I think that is something missing. We need to plan these days
Small
in a
small
very
things,
constructive
yeah,
way, very
absolutely.
simple. You don't need to be, bogged up, कि इतना सारा करना है या कैसे करना है, या you shouldn't be too laid back as well that we lose on to this golden phase. So this is really a perspective of every person.
No, obviously, the change in the routine, or like so many years we have been hooked up to the same thing, same cycle of
Correct,
getting
correct,
up in the morning, getting ready, running to work, rushing. There are so many meetings, so many things lined up, coming back, eating, and then just going off to bed. And this is something where you get a lot of time for yourself, for your kids. So I personally believe, uh, after this we were any which ways going to talk about the massage part, right? Like how it is going to
correct,
help.
correct. Yeah, massage is also a very important thing which has a research where they boost immunity. So maybe you can just,
Absolutely.
talk about it.
So basically, as we're discussing, that we have ample of time. The problem right now is like we have ample of time because we are locked down at our home. But how to utilize it? So massage is an important aspect. So massage is something which doesn't have any age barrier. People lot of time talk about the fact that 1 साल तक ही मसाज करना है बच्चे को, 2 साल तक ही मसाज करना है. But as an adult, you and me also go and take a spa, right? So there
Correct,
is no age barrier is what we need to understand over here. Second,
correct,
massage is a beautiful language you can share with your child because it's a bonding. It is a touch, a language of touch. So when you do a massage, it is you showing your love, showing your care to your child. So there are a lot of different aspects of massages. So there are a lot of different techniques which we teach in our classes, and if anybody wants to learn about it, we can always teach you about the same. So one thing I can tell right now is like the chest massage. So any child has a symptom of flu or cold and cough, or just like dry cough or something like that, a chest massage really helps the child to relieve that. So basically it's a simple technique where, and you can use different kind of products for the same. We can always use a warm oil when it comes to chest massages in the during congestion phase. Warm oil really helps to soothe them and relax them. You can add few drops of eucalyptus. As we know, eucalyptus really is like a decongester and really helps to relieve the chest. You can take a warm oil, coconut, any organic oil, add few drops of eucalyptus. You can add few drops of vitamin E to it. So basic stroke is like a heart shaped stroke which we do for the chest massage, where we go from the sternum. So this is a sternum, which is a bone over your center, from where the ribcage starts. So the head of the sternum, you go towards the shoulders and down. So this is a kind of heart shaped stroke you do on the child. So when you do that, you really help the lung to expand and contract to the maximum potential, which will eventually help the child to throw out the mucus. So that is how it will help.
go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah. So that really helps them a lot during congestion, if they have cold and cough, if they have a symptoms of flu. So that is one thing which you can really do. We teach massages to relieve colic. We teach massages if the child has uh, pain in their lower body, upper limbs. There are different kind of techniques which we keep on teaching. And trust me, mommy, is there is no restriction of any age barrier when it comes to massage. Of my 5 years old loves massages, like at night when I just put some lotion on him and try to rub his feet, within 5-10 minutes he goes to bed. So it's very it relaxes the muscles as well as it. So massages also helps to relieve lot of hormones which
Stress
are like.
also, yeah. It releases your stress hormones as
Exactly,
well.
it release. Yeah, so that is how it helps. So there are a lot of benefit it comes when it comes to any. Second is any kind of any stiffness is there, or you don't know. So these massages can really help to relieve that, and your child may feel relaxed. So you can put it into your day to day routine. When Ridang was a younger baby, always had a bedtime routine with him, where in the evening we used to play, we used to read books, and eventually we used to do a massage. He used to take a warm bath, and then he knew that this is a bedtime routine, and he used to fall asleep. So we can always have such kind of things added to our routine which will help. And the lockdown is like the opportunity which you have, where you can start this new routines which are the healthy ones, which will really help your child when the lockdown is done up, to fall into your schedule. So yeah, this is what I can say about the massages. And touch is any which way is the first and the most beautiful language, so do utilize that in a right way.
Right, right. So I think in a nutshell, it's all about restructuring, enjoying this phase rather than, looking into negativity, what's happening outside. It's chaotic, but yeah, being inner self, finding a peace within yourself, having a quality time with your family is very essential, because this
Absolutely.
time is not going to come back. And
And,
let us focus health as a priority from now, and let's take
and please
these
don't
steps
fall into the loop of
to
that
watching on more of a on-screen time.
correct,
There is a bright chances of falling into the loop of getting
correct, correct,
into a longer on-screen time. uh,
correct,
as a mother, I'm trying my best that Rudang shouldn't, because when you have a lot of time and you don't know what to do with your child, you eventually are like, it's okay, let him watch the screen. But
correct.
it is gonna have a vice versa impact on your child. He will start having behavioral issues, he will be irritable, he will be. So there are a lot of unnecessary unwanted behavioral traits you will start seeing in your child if they watch a longer screen time, which we have already discussed about screen time as well.
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course, of
Yeah,
course.
so
Yeah,
make
but
sure.
exactly, but that thing should not happen. And I think I request all the members of the family,
Yeah,
whoever are there with the child, to share the time space with the child. Do it on rotations, have a quality time, so that it's not the mother, who is always running behind the course and the child. It's the father also, it's the grandparents, it's the sibling. So strike a good balance where, diet, sleep, hydration, and your physical movements are a priority right now. And then you have your add-on, time for your education and recreational activities. And make sure you spend in a very productive way, and encourage a good habit that will sustain for a long time, is what I feel.
yeah, this is the time where you can actually build up on the healthier habits what you were
Correct.
practicing since so long. You can stop those, you can have good routine, you can have more healthy. Because I'm watching Radang, and this is how I learn. So my mother and my father watch a lot of news channel, and the
Correct.
kind of information he is seeking right now, sometimes I get a panic attack that this is not what my child should be watching. This is unnecessary information which is going in his head, because we don't want, these are the future generation, you really want them to take this situation in a healthier way, so that in future, come what may the situation will be, they will be very positive about it. It's a very
Right,
important
right.
aspect to understand that, the right amount of information, and only the right information should go till them, so that they take it in a positive way, and they will never be afraid of such kind of situations. So if you
Right,
are
right.
afraid, that will be reflected on your child. So it's very important to be positive in front of them.
Right, right. I think we have covered most of the things what we discussed today in terms of having a healthy lifestyle. So what we will do is we'll still be on for next 24 hours. I think this video will be on for next 24 hours, and we will share certain things on our story in context to diet, some exercises, some tips for parents. So
Yeah.
people who have missed out can definitely keep checking those things. So I think we
Any
should.
queries, any suggestions, any questions you guys
Any
are more than
query,
welcome.
Ruchi's online. Ruchi, would you want to ask any question? Let's see what questions we have before.
Yeah, we had couple of questions, right? Ash mom asked about the vaccine, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. Let me search that.
Yeah. So what is your take on vaccine, Dr. Harish? If I have to ask you, my question will be, should we only rely on the vaccines, or should we do alternative things to boost our immunity?
So see, it's a good question. So when we talk about immunity, it's something to do with called as innate immunity and something what we called as acquired immunity. Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, yeah. So when we talk about exercises, when we talk about aqua therapy, it's to build up your innate immunity. That is your first line of defense. And
Yes.
when the innate immunity fails, it's your acquired immunity where, this memory T cells, what we call, they have a fair memory about the previous infections or pathogens, where they try to screen and understand if any foreign body is, not right for the body, to get entry in the body. So they act their defense system to kill those pathogens. So I would still say yes to the vaccines to some extent, but as I said, your innate immunity is your first line of defense. I think it should be a blend of both. Not one thing will work at end of the day, because we are in a situation where it's so unpredictable, because in today's date we don't have any cure for
COVID, yeah,
COVID-19. But on the contrary, this again is still on research. There are few scientists who have mentioned that in countries like India and other Asian countries where malaria is very prevalent, those
Africa.
people are showing lesser signs of COVID-19. The only reason being their body has some memory related to how to tackle with
Herd
viral
immunity,
infections.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's the acquired immunity what we have. But the innate immunity fails in this mechanism. So I think it's a blend of both. Vaccines are important, but just surviving on vaccines is not the answer. We have to work on our innate immunity to build up.
Exactly, because that is the quest, or that was the whole idea when we started Baby's Castle, or when we introduced aqua therapies. That it's not just because when it comes to small babies, mothers, and the new parents only rely on the vaccines, and
Correct.
not how to build on their innate immunity, as you said, like the physical activity, the kind of food, diet habits, and all those
Correct.
different
Correct.
things can really help to make their immunity stronger from the day one.
Exactly.
And plus,
Exactly.
adding to the healthy lifestyle as well, I believe that if the child is doing such kind of physical activities from the beginning, he will always have an inclination towards doing physical
Correct.
activity, exercises, or any form of games and stuff like that. Whereas the kids who have not done that ever before will be not so much inclined toward physical play.
Right.
Especially in
Right.
today's generation, where we know screen has become our lifeline, and where we have mobiles and access to each and everything going virtual and digital.
Yeah. Yeah.
Physical
Right.
play is really becoming very less.
Right, right. And a last message for parents from my side is like, I'm emphasizing again on that. Let's put health as a priority for our children, and us because things are not going to be the same when we step out in the environment. There will always be a risk of that thought, where you may get prone to catch an infection outside. So it's better to start fine tuning your body, just upgrade yourself in these weeks what we have. So you're quite fit enough to face the environment is what I feel. And this applies for our children as well. What's your take on that, Priyanka, on the final closure?